As we gather today to connect for the work of St. Michael's Foundation, we acknowledge this land, the people, and all other beings, animate and inanimate, today as well as their ancestors. This area has been a place of communities coming together for well over 15,000 years. This land has been the territory of the Huron-Wendat and Petun nations, the Seneca, and most recently, the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation.
The territory was the subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Iroquois Confederacy and Confederacy of the Ojibwe and allied nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Today, the meeting place of Toronto is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work in community. We are also mindful of broken covenants and the need to strive to make right with all our relations, sharing stories and telling the truth of this place. Miigwech Niawe.
Thank you, Amanda and Josh. Hello and welcome to everybody. This is so exciting. My name is Lily Litwin, and I'm the president of St. Michael's Foundation. This is such a special moment for us, and we want to welcome those of you who are here and all of you who are joining us by Zoom. What a great evening. The opening of this beautiful new facility, our BARLO MS Centre. It means everything to us, and we couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. You inspire us, you have supported us, and we wouldn't be here tonight without you. Thank you so much for your contributions, for your faith in this idea, and for helping us create a revolutionary model of care. I'd like to now turn things over to Dr. Tim Rutledge, President and CEO of Unity Health Toronto. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Lily, and good evening, everyone, and a very special welcome to our honored guests. As Lily said, this is a big deal, a big moment, a huge milestone for St. Michael's Hospital, and it's thanks to every one of you. The Barlow Multiple Sclerosis Centre was built entirely with funding from our generous donors. 400 donors, in fact, contributed to our $42 million campaign to build this space. This dream began with two families who believed St. Michael's Hospital was the place to build a world-leading, actually the world-leading center in multiple sclerosis care, research and education. And I'm going to take this opportunity to personally thank those families, John and Jocelyn Barford, and John and Nancy Love. Thank you. You had the vision and laid the cornerstone of our campaign to make all of this happen. On behalf of St. Michael's Hospital and the Foundation, please accept our deepest gratitude for your extraordinary and transformational investments of $10 million each. Your profound generosity motivated hundreds of people to support this cause and brought this dream to life. The Barlow MS Centre is truly an architectural masterpiece. At 30,000 square feet, it's the largest facility of its kind in Canada and one of the largest in North America. It's also a space that provides comfort and healing. This is what Canadians say they want in a healthcare environment. And the Barlow MS Centre is a sign of things to come at St. Michael's Hospital. We're on a mission to reinvent the care experience. We want all our patients and their loved ones to feel comforted when they're at their most vulnerable. And we want them to feel connected to the teams who provide care and confident in the treatment they receive. So we're building state-of-the-art facilities where patients can access all the care they need in one place, from highly collaborative, interprofessional teams in healthy, even therapeutic environments. We're developing world-class programs that deliver care when, where, and how patients need it. And of course, our MS Centre is one of those programs. We're conducting research that prevents illness and customizes treatment. We're embarking on a digital transformation that prevents illness and customizes treatment. And we're doing everything with a relentless focus on health equity, because every patient deserves the best care experiences. Reinventing the patient experience has already started right here at the BARLO MS Centre. This world-leading center reflects our new paradigm, where interdisciplinary healthcare teams provide compassionate care based on each person's physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. It's the only MS center in Canada and one of the first few worldwide to offer patients wraparound care, meaning they'll have access to medical treatment, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, life management skills, counseling, and much more, all at this center. If anyone can lead this change, lead this charge, it's Dr. G10, the medical director of the BARLO MS Centre. Many of you already know G1 as the powerhouse clinician, scientist, and visionary that she is. Just as we couldn't have built this state-of-the-art facility without our donors, we couldn't have built the incredible team at the BARLO MS Centre without her outstanding expertise and leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. G10 to tell you about the MS Centre.
Thank you, Dr. Rutledge, for the really kind introduction, and good evening, everybody. I am absolutely delighted to be here tonight to celebrate the grand opening of the BARLO MS Centre. Even though it's actually been almost a month since we've moved in, our entire MS clinical and research teams have moved into this new space. I have to admit, it still feels surreal walking into work every morning, and I find myself pinching myself. We've already received incredible feedback from patients as well as our entire MS group. The first week we moved in, I actually saw one of the patients I was supposed to see in the afternoon sitting in the waiting room in the morning. And I was a little bit worried because I thought he had mistaken the time of his appointment or there had been some sort of administrative error. So I went over to him to clarify, and he told me that he knew the new center was opening and had purposely come in 3 hours before his appointment to test it out. Later in the afternoon, when I saw him in clinic, he told me that he felt rejuvenated because just sitting in the waiting room alone was like being in an oasis. I also saw another patient this week who told me that just seeing these surroundings as well as this beautiful space that has been built with patient-centered care in mind, she told me that for the first time she feels that people care about people living with MS. From our staffing standpoint, I see our staff using the communal facilities to eat and network together every day, and this is such a huge difference from what we had before. And many of our research staff who actually during the COVID pandemic have been working virtually from home are all really eager to come back to the office. And this has really greatly facilitated communication and networking amongst team members, which is amazing. So these are just a few early stories, but I think quite illustrative of what a difference this space has already made to people living with MS and also our MS team members. And we have the Barford and the Love families to thank for this, as well as all of our committed donors, because they've made into reality what seemed like a fantastical dream 5 years ago. The vision that these two families had and the commitment that they continue to demonstrate to make a meaningful impact in MS care and discovery in Canada is truly inspiring. So on behalf of the entire MS group, as well as all of our patients, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for our patients, our program, and really to transform MS care in Canada. It's a new beginning for the MS program here at St. Michael's Hospital. We are the largest clinic in Canada and follow over 7,000 patients annually. And we're probably one of the largest centers in the world. And we now, for the first time, have the facilities and support to continue to evolve into everything that we can be, which is a center of excellence in MS care. We obviously have an immense amount of work to do, but I can commit to you that in the years to come, we will do everything that we can to prioritize providing outstanding personalized care with a growing interdisciplinary team to improve the lives of people with MS. We will continue to refine and improve our existing clinical care pathways and develop novel interdisciplinary programs to address all the needs of our patients, and we will integrate the latest scientific evidence into the care that we provide. In addition, with our research facilities being in such close proximity to the clinic, we will seamlessly integrate scientific research into clinical care, thereby making meaningful contributions to advance the field forward. We are also committed to educating not just future generations of clinicians and scientists, but also educating and empowering people living with MS. And through it all, we want to work with our patients as partners in this journey, clinically, scientifically, and educationally. It's such a privilege for me to be here tonight with all of you to witness this new beginning of MS care at St. Michael's Hospital and to celebrate the opening of what I know will become a beacon of hope for the MS field in Canada and beyond. I look forward to continuing to work with all of you in the years to come and can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. Thank you very much.
It's always tough to follow a rock star. I'm John Love, and welcome to the people that are online. It's unusual that I've been to many openings in my life, and it's unusual to have one run so crisply on time, but that's the impact of the online. John Barford called me in March of 2017 and said, there's an MS center in Barcelona that we should see. We toured Xavier Montauban's amazing ChemCat MS center in April of 2017, and here we are 4.5 years later because of John's call. With a funding plan in place, we assembled a steering committee, developed a mission and vision, toured MS facilities in the US, developed a program, held an architectural competition, selected a contractor, and got underway some 20 months ago. We've worked with a large network of architects, builders, professionals, and staff to bring this vision to life. Let me thank a few of them. First, Dr. Tim Rutledge, Unity's CEO, whose strong support allowed us to think, act, and create out of the box. Thank you, sir. Dr. Xavier Montauban, whose vision and passion was the driving force of what this center could aspire to be. Thank you, Xavier. Dr. G1O, who collaborated and inspired us, and whom we are so thrilled to see as the medical head of this new MS center. Thank you, G1. Ted Matthews, our brand coach, who helped us develop our core mission and inspired us to be bold. Thank you, Ted. Mike Keene, St. Mike's chief planner, who led the oversight and development of the project. Thank you, Mike. My dear friend Seemac Harari, the architectural visionary, who took our mission and program and presented us with a spellbinding concept that so thoughtfully interpreted our aspirations. Seemac's team at HPA, led by Dorian Meinhardt and Greg Adams, worked tirelessly to define and refine the concept to create what you see here today. Thank you, Seemac. Jeff Smith, CEO of contractor Ellis Dawn, who I called to ask for help with competitive pricing and, importantly, asked for a strong team to execute the program. Thank you, Jeff, for your commitment, Tom Quinlan for your execution, and my wife, Nancy, who is chair of the MS Research Foundation, has contributed her meaningful experience throughout the process. Thank you, Nancy. And lastly, but not least, Faraz Malwani, whose tireless energy and bounding optimism kept the project moving, kept us all informed, and managed us all to this outcome. Thank you, Faraz. We will miss your so enthusiastic monthly photo updates. And finally, a thank you to all of the doctors, nurses, clinicians, patients, researchers, administrators, etc., who devoted countless hours offering their insights to refine the program to make those small but critical changes that make a complicated center like this a success. And now I'll turn the mic to my dear friend John Barford. Thank you for asking Nancy and me to join you in this life-changing project. We got it done.
Thank you, John. This journey, as you pointed out, started 4.5 years ago with a call that I made to John, and since then he has called me his most expensive friend. So, but I do want to start out by thanking John and Nancy for their shared passion and vision for what this could be, and it really has turned out to be spectacular. So thank you for your support there. The trip to Barcelona really was eye-opening for us because we saw what an MS center could look like, and that was the total care of the patient, a multidisciplinary approach with still individualized care. And as we were going to dinner that night, we were saying Canada has the highest incidence per capita of MS anywhere in the world, and we really should be the global leaders in this. And that was the germ that got this going, the kernel. And here we are today with the flower, and so we are deeply appreciative of that. I came back from Barcelona and I went and saw Elaine Metrick, who was then president of the foundation, and Bob Howard, who was then the president of the hospital. And I was only going to ask for 1 floor in the new tower, and I thought, well, I'll go for it, and I'd ask for 2. And they accepted. I hadn't really thought through that I'd have to pay for 2 floors to get them fully built out, but it was an investment well worth making. And I remember meeting with Tom Parker and Sonia Kanzian and I think Ori Rothstein and explaining this to the senior leadership team, and they were behind this 100%. And that makes all the difference to have the leadership of the hospital behind you. And John was talking about the process that we went through. And without his leadership, it would have turned out a little bit differently. But what he did was he created a discipline for us to develop the right mission statement, the right values statement, and got the right architect to create this beautiful space. He suggested I go out and raise the $42 million to help build it. And so I did so with the help of a wonderful campaign cabinet. Greg Belton is here tonight. Tom Woods is here tonight. Lisa Fruitman is also here tonight. And also Pat Manili, who couldn't join us. And it was a real pleasure to work with those people. They did yeoman service and really kind of scoured the earth, and it is amazing when you think of all the people that you talk to. Almost everybody has been touched by MS, and it is a Canadian disease, and so we were proud to be able to help on that front. And we were we were assisted by the St. Mike's Foundation. Lily Litwin I've had the pleasure of working with for the last 3.5 years, and she has transformed that organization. And I'm grateful for that and the professionalism that she brought to it. But in particular, Stephanie Intriago and Ashley Downey, who were the point people for us, really did excellent work and kept us on point and were creative and fun. And so the meetings were terrific. We really enjoyed it. Tim Rutledge, again, thank you for your support in here. I know that it is defined as a key strategic objective for Unity Health to be a world leader in MS, and that means everything to us. And then finally, I'd like to thank my own family. My father, who's here tonight, really helped mobilize us and motivate us to do something in the world of MS. And my sisters, Beth Malcolm and Patricia Mann, are carrying on that fine work for us. And we are so proud to be here today opening this. So we really view this as a center of hope and opportunity. The patients, we give the hope of a full and rich life. The staff, we give the opportunity to change lives, and the researchers, we feel, have the hope and the opportunity to stop MS and ultimately cure it. The next generation of neurologists will come here for the opportunity to learn from the best. And so we think it's a perfect fit all the way around. So I want to thank you for your support. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce Erin Truax. Erin sat with us, she stood with us 4 years ago as we announced the BARLO Centre, the creation of it. And her story then was so touching and so moving, it really reassured us that we were doing the right thing if we could help people like Erin. So please, Erin Truax.
Thank you, John, and good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here to join you for the official opening of the BARLO MS Centre. This is the first time I'm seeing this space. You're seeing my reaction just as I'm seeing yours. It's spectacular, and I know that everyone here today has played an integral part in making it possible. Thank you. It's hard to believe it was nearly 4 years ago in November of 2017 when St. Mike's Hospital, joined by the Love and Barford families, announced their vision for this space publicly. I'm sure many of you have heard the saying, perfect timing, at one point in your life. But for me, the announcement and the creation of the BARLO MS Centre really was just that, perfect timing. Let me take you back for a minute. It was a cool day in March of 2017 when my right hand stopped working. Everything my brain was telling it to do was not happening. The next day I saw my doctor who told me I needed to get to emergency here at St. Mike's right away. For 8 hours, I went through test after test after test and met the wonderful doctor who would become my neurologist. 2 days after that, I had my first of many MRIs, and 2 weeks after that, on April 13th, 2017, at the age of 37, I received the diagnosis of relapsing remitting MS. At the time of the diagnosis, I was broken. I'm not really sure there's another way to say it. I put on a brave face most of the time and asked everyone who knew just not to talk to me about it. I cried a lot before going to bed, not because I felt sick, because I just didn't know what my future was going to be. I was so fearful that others would look at me differently now that I had 2 letters, MS, permanently tied to my identity. I was defeated, and as I slowly told more of my friends and family, some of the responses were, "What is MS?" Those words were hard for me to hear every single time. I continually asked myself, if people don't know what the disease is, how are we ever going to find a cure? And that's where the phrase perfect timing took on a whole new meaning for me. As I was feeling defeated about my diagnosis, learning about the BARLO MS Centre and the shared vision of the hospital and the Love and Barford families really gave me hope. Even through artist renderings, I knew the space was going to be impactful and special to many. I became a little less worried and really adopted a new attitude. I know what I can control and what I can't. I was asked the other day how I feel about BARLO, and I used one word, optimistic. What you're seeing today demonstrates that people do care. You care. The BARLO MS Centre symbolizes a commitment to MS care and research in Toronto, across Canada, and the world. It's a space where learning about the disease is a priority. I know that the research findings made right here in Toronto are going to benefit MS patients across the world, no matter where they live, because there's dedicated areas for clinical trials and education. Patients will be able to benefit from mini seminars, hear from clinicians and researchers, and work with specialized teams to help them achieve their personal goals. This center, the largest in Canada, is going to change lives. My friend and hockey great, Lanny McDonald, recently shared with me an analogy that he had heard, which I think is fitting for a moment like this. He said, "Do you know why the back window of a car is bigger or smaller than the front? When you look at the back, it's much smaller because it's where you came from. And when you look at the front, it's where you're going. In life, you can't go back. You need to keep moving forward." Upon receiving my MS diagnosis, I did a lot of looking back. Now understanding this commitment of the BARLO MS Centre here at St. Michael's Hospital, I'm only looking forward. I know that all MS patients have their entire lives ahead of us, and knowing that BARLO exists will make that journey so much easier. So tonight, to all the donors, doctors, researchers, architects, contractors, builders, cleaners, the wonderful team at St. Mike's and their foundation, and to many more who have helped to make BARLO possible, thank you so much. What you've made possible is going to impact so many. as well as to the friends, family members, colleagues, physical trainers, caregivers who support those living with MS, especially mine. Thank you. You are appreciated. You are so appreciated. And to my friends, John, Nancy, John, Jocelyn, and families, I'm so proud to call you my friends. No words will ever be able to thank you enough for your commitment to MS care and research. While finding out I had MS was life impacting, you're the ones who have changed my life forever in the best of ways. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erin, for sharing your story and your experiences in such a heartfelt way. I think it's a story that really emphasizes for all of us that we must keep patients and their families in the center of everything that we do. I'm Dr. Tom Parker, the Executive Vice President, who's very fortunate to have the responsibility for this absolutely amazing Barlow MS Centre. I'd like to thank each of our speakers tonight for sharing their unique perspectives on how the Barlow MS Centre is changing lives now and how it will revolutionize MS care in the years ahead. I'd like to express our immense gratitude to John Love and John Barford and their families. John Love, thank you for your support, your wisdom, and especially your energy. You were definitely the driving force that we required to get this Barlow MS Centre open. John Barford, thank you for your compelling vision of what the center could be and its promise, and for your incredible leadership on this campaign, as well as chair of the board of St. Michael's Foundation. Thanks to all of our donors. I hope that you can appreciate there are great days ahead for us. Tonight we celebrate your contributions and this special moment. So with that, it is my great pleasure to invite John and Nancy Love and John and Jocelyn Barford up, along with Dr. Jiwan Oh and Dr. Tim Rutledge, for the countdown to our official ribbon cutting ceremony. So after all of the years of planning and building, now we have a 3-second countdown to the official opening. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations.
So this concludes the formal part of tonight's ceremony. We're so thrilled you could all join us. We can't wait to show you the facility, and everyone is getting a tour, including those of you who are watching from home. I guess I can take this off. Everybody at home, you can find a button on your screen. It's a virtual tour that will take you through the Barlow MS Centre. You can use it at your own pace, and you can see the center from every angle. Again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the Loves and the Barfords. Thank you to every donor and every volunteer in this room that made this happen. I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie, and she's going to explain the tours, but I hope you can all stay and enjoy seeing the center, and thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving. Stephanie?